and hold this angle now, and they're never going to kill you off that, or even here. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over some more Azami strats for you. You really seemed to enjoy the last time I did the 3 Azami strats in one video. This is going to be the same kind of thing. As you can see, I'm loaded on Coastline, top floor, hookah, and billiards for the first bomb site of this one. This is one of my favorite ones to do. I like going Azami on this site a lot. If I am going to play here, it's going to be on this site probably. So I'll go over the reinforcements first, just so you can know how to set the site up yourself if you need to, if there's any missing pieces. And I'll explain why. So you get these single walls here on hookah wall. And this is just for safety for if you're playing in the hallway on vase, or if you're playing in the actual site hookah. So the attackers that are in the hallway here can't just wallbang you in these 2 spots, which are going to be good spots to play in. And if you want, you can do head holes here. You don't have to. If you're playing like solo queue or something and your team's not really playing off this, then I don't recommend it, because it could just hurt you more than it helps. Because then they could just be sticking out and they forget. So it's up to you on that. But if you're in like a big stack or whatever, I would recommend doing this so you can watch the hallway from that. It just gives them more angles to have to worry about. Like if an attacker pushes through this doorway, now they have to worry about head holes and the swing out. And vase on the close angle. So it's going to be very hard to push a triple cross. If you're just like playing tucked on this door behind the bomb or something, or in the safe spot here in the corner. This wall here, by the way, is going to be the next reinforcement. This wall right here is called Pirate. That's what it's called in competitive play at the higher levels, but you can just call it single wall too. It's the only real like single wall that's by itself other than the hallway ones, but these are like hookah walls. And for rotates, you can do it yourself if you go zombie with the impacts if you need to. If your team doesn't make these rotates. You want one on hookah so you can just quickly get in and out. And the other one right here. It's up to you if you want to do vaultable far right, or just crouch or standing, but I like doing vaultable. That way, in case they take one of the sites, they have to actually jump through it again. And also, you want to do it far right every time, so you can swing out on the default plane right here and cover still. Like if you swing out this far, and somebody's covering at the door, they're not going to see you now. But if you made the rotate here, they're just going to see you right away, and you can't even get an angle on the dude planting right there, so that's why that is the case. Also, for angles like these with the Azamis, I'm going to start showing you here. Obviously, you reinforce the quad wall here, and then you want to reinforce these 2. Either these 2 or these 2. It depends on if you're doing a VIP hold, but if you're not, which you're probably not in ranked, unless you're like really coordinated, then I just do these 2. So it stops them from getting long angles from VIP if they take control of that, which they probably will. So yeah, that's where your last 6 reinforcements go. First, you make footholds here though too. Again, this is just a safety thing, so like if they get control of like Aqua, they can just sit out here and cover and drone or whatever. Now they have to worry about more angles. These aren't going to work against you anyways, because you're not going to be playing here when they're on site. That's not how it works. So it can only help you making footholds across there. You don't have to do it as a zombie, but you can, as I'm showing you. A zombie can do pretty much everything with site setup, since she has impacts and the deagle. So you can make holes and rotates. Still not preferred. I always make like high holes here. You can do head holes too if you want, but if you have a smoke playing this wall, he can just toss the canister right there on default every time. So I totally didn't mess up the first Azami spot right here. So you want to put it as far as you can in the corner, but not too far. I just threw it right here on accident when I was trying to throw it, because it's hard to tell like where the wall ends right here. But you want to throw it right here, kind of near the bottom of the X, like right there would be fine. As far as you can get it though, so now it protects you from big window if you're playing in this spot, or if you're rotating through here. Now you don't have to worry about the big window. And that's a huge angle they can get and cut off the entire site through hookah and through the double door. And for your next key, but this is going to kind of like line up with that one, you want to throw it kind of like right to the left side of this little handle right here. Like that. But as high as you can. Yeah, that's good right there. You could also do it more to the right if you want to, so you can get a tiny pixel right here, but you don't have to. Either way works. You can still kind of do this angle with a deep push in, but probably should not hold that. But now you can just peek off it. It's another thing they have to worry about and clear out. And if you have ADSs, Wamais, then it will be very tough. It also prevents the hookah window repel, so now you can also rotate safely on this side and not have to worry about that. And if somebody pushes up on attack and gets an angle right here, it does cut that off now. So that'll be good at least if the person has a swing on vase. There should be a guy playing vase always. But yeah, now you're safe from both those angles, and then to pair all that up, you want to throw one right here kind of too. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Now you can peek off the right of this Kiba, but you can play in full safety from the window, that window, and aquarium right there now. And you can also swing still. Can't quite get an angle. Be careful. They could see if you go way back here, I guess, on the rappel, but they probably won't. As long as you play here, you'll be fine. You can only get grenaded from below. That's your big weakness playing in this spot. You can even reinforce the hatch if you want to and kind of play on the hatch right here. You just can't really use this Kiba very well. You could also swing off the left still, this one of course. Just another angle they have to worry about from either side. You should have some ADSs or something on the bomb, or like back here maybe. That might catch something if it goes there. Just be careful the big window. They could shoot the ADS unless you put it on the ground here, then they probably won't see it. But I'm rambling a little bit. For your last Kiba barrier, I'd either put it like right here. This is also only your fourth one, by the way, since I did mess one up. As you can see, I've only used 1, 2, 3, and now a fourth one, kind of like right here on this. I put it like maybe here, right in the middle, so maybe you can peek off a little quicker now. Kind of like that. I think that's good. Again, you can peek off either side, but it prevents them from getting angle into the rotate right here. Because this way you can safely get back into sight without worrying about the window. So now you can safely do it from that and not have to worry about the door angle being held on you. And you can swing off either side, getting a lot of angles on them. Very good Kiba to have right here. You would have one more, like I said, so either just use it as a replacement, maybe throw it for a teammate in the hall here as like a deployable shield kind of, but it will probably be cleared. And you can't like rotate in and out as well with the doorway. I mean, you probably shouldn't be rotating in and out of the hookah door during the round anyway, because they're always going to have somebody on the ruins, the rappels, just standing there or whatever, an Osa shield maybe. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for this site. Coastline is just a mess of a map. Like, you have to get active. It's like a deathmatch map. So I feel like Azami really helps. She's good in the kitchen too. She's also good in the penthouse. I mean, she's good everywhere, so if you pick Azami 100% of the time, then you can't really go wrong with that, let's be honest. You can also vault through here if you didn't know. Also, maybe if you want, instead of using your last Azami as a replacement, if you still have one, maybe put it like right here on the stairs, so they have to like crouch through it instead of just walking up. If you don't have any barb or traps, but you should. You should always fill this with barb and traps. Like a Fenrir maybe. I'll do a Fenrir replacements video soon too. That might be the next strat video I do, but anyways, let's move on to the next map. Alright, so we're going to be loading in on Chalet now. We have been doing this map quite a bit, but it is one of the most popular maps in the pool, so I mean, can you really blame me? We're going to be doing a basement one though this time. The last Azami video, I did the master bedroom office one, so if you want to check that out, link is in the description. I'll try to put that in there for you guys. But let's get right into it. Also, I don't know what it is about Azami's gun, but if you're wondering why I use this site, it feels really good on this one. I can't put my finger on it why, but I use that with the extended barrel, inverted grip. I think that's the best for her. Okay, starting with this wall here on Wine Cellar. You either can reinforce both these off, or you can make head holes here or foot holes. Either of those work, but if you're playing like solo queue or something, I just reinforce it both. Put like a mute jammer or something, and they probably won't open it throughout the round because it's ranked. Just depends what rank you're playing in, really. But foot holes are the best strat for that. I just reinforce this off too, no need to extend into elbow. But you can if you want. You can either reinforce this or make head holes. I'd recommend head holes, but again, if you're solo queue or something, probably going to be best just to reinforce it off. That's the default, and that'll be what people's used to on your team, so you won't get them killed or anything. For here, I'd recommend putting the rotate far right like that. It also gives you an angle all the way into blue up there on the stairs. And it prevents the attackers from seeing all the way in if they're on main or whatever. But I would make some head holes just so you can also see main from here. It works both ways, so it's not the worst. Kind of like that. And you can also use your smokes and C4s. It's hard with the deagle, but if you have a shotgun or something, I'd recommend opening this so these wooden beams aren't here. They're very annoying. I wish those would just disappear with the deagle. It makes no sense why they're here. But then you can throw a C4 at default or a smoke or whatever, and you can even see it. By the way, another Chalet tip. This is wall bangable, this trash can here. With the bin. But these bullets went right through, as you can see. So, if somebody's planting default here, you can literally just stop it from complete safety on blue right here. All you have to do is go here, Take some shots. Easy. I've done that in my solo queue videos before too, and people didn't know that was a thing. Yes, you can wallbang those. Obviously you want to reinforce these two. I'm not going to actually do it because you know to reinforce those. Reinforce the hatch. Reinforce the other hatch unless you're doing a top floor hold in kitchen, which you could. And then the roamers could drop back through there. Or just play on the hatch if they never clear you. And then you can watch the breach. That's a good strat too. I like doing that one in solo queue sometimes. I hold it with like alibi or something. You can pop it with a bailiff. Fenrir's probably good for that too. But anyways, let's get in the actual strat. You should be able to save at least one impact even if you make the main road site. There's not too much to do with those if you're holding site. So everybody knows about this Kiba barrier. You kind of just throw it right here on this. I throw it near the second bottle. That gives you an angle here to peek. So now you can peek the left and the right. Very good Azami barrier to have. For the next one, I'd put like pretty low here, like maybe there. Yeah, that's a perfect one right there. Now you can hold head angles here. You can also move this one over to the left more if you want. You can get a super tight pixel off both of these. So maybe just throw it like a little bit farther instead of like right here. Put it like right here. And it'd be a super, super tight angle for you to have here. That's where your first two are going to go though. I'd recommend using another one to block blue stairs. If you kind of throw it in this beam right here, it'll block it off good, and they have to get very close down the stairs and expose themselves to the blue swing and the door swing. And just waste more time if there's somebody roaming and flanking them or whatever. So try to throw it as low as possible right here. That's kind of what I did in Coastline. I try to throw it too low, and that happens every time. Well, can actually destroy it. I'm going to have to use the impact for this. Get the big guns out. Okay, put it like right there. I'm not going to risk it this time. And as you can see there, you can't actually sprint up or walk through this one. It's a very good stairs barrier to have like this. And like they can't see anything when they're trying to knife it. They have to get like up here, like that, to be able to hit it. And if they're like right here in the middle of the stairs now, you will be able to see their legs every single time from here. You can see them all the way from up here even. And they're not going to prone you into that angle or something, you know. If you want, you can make it even better. So they can't get an angle like this, possibly. They probably won't do this anyway, but you can move it to the left even more to stop that angle from happening. It'll just be more exposed from the other side, but that's fine. So they'll have to swing wide for that, and you'll see them first. But anyways, another very good Azami to do is right here on this. So if you throw it like right here, kind of works like a deployable shield again. And you get a super tight pixel right there. And you can just swing off, of course, just like that. And, of course, just like Coastline, you will have another Azami barrier left, but I messed it up. But I just use that on this, or this is a replacement during the round. You'll probably get it, because it'll be your last one later on. So if they're fighting trench and they got this one, or they got this one, then you can just throw it and replace it. That's what I'd recommend doing. Most of the time, you won't be able to do 5 unique Azami barriers. You can if you want, but it's probably going to be better if you just replace one of the other ones that are more strong. Like those are in really big power spots. If you can keep those up during the round, you're probably going to win. That's just how to play a zombie tip, though. Okay, so the last one, though, if you want, kind of like blue stairs, you can put it like right here, maybe. Make it hard for them to peek like that. That'd be a good spot for it. Kind of work just like the blue one, like I said. That's pretty much it, though. Let's see, last 2 reinforcements here. That's 3, 4 maybe if you're not playing up top. So, yeah. It's good, I think. If you have an impact left and your roamers need it, it's good to impact this. So if they're roaming in bar or games or whatever, they can just rotate back through here, get right down main stairs really fast. And the attackers can't really cut them off unless they're like... I don't even think they can get an angle from this window, to be honest. No, they cannot. They would have to jump in fully. So they're fully safe to get back to site if they shoot some drones or whatever, and that's how you should roam. Again, kind of going off topic, but that's okay. You can probably throw this one a little bit higher too if you want. So you can swing off it a little bit more without being more exposed. And again, like I said, move that one to the left. And you got a super tight pixel, but these ones still work. You can crouch behind it from full safety now. Get some really tight angles on that, and it's very good. Anyways, though, let's move on to map 3. Okay, so we're loading into Oregon now on the top floor. Also another popular map, just like Chalet. Two of my favorite maps too to play, I love those. So I've showed this one actually in a TikTok. I at least showed the secret spot. You'll probably see in the thumbnail what it is. Always shoot the radio first before anything else, because they are the worst thing in the game. Nothing makes me rage like these radios. Another pro tip to shoot the glass. Try not to actually break the barricade like I did right there, but easy way to do it is just shoot from the bottom, go to the top, and it'll break every time. Just like that. Just go across and break it. So you want to make footholds right here on kids. So that way you can watch the big window hopping from farther back in the site. Just like that. Put a reinforcement next to it. As so. That just makes it more harder for them to jump in. I also make holes right here always. Usually I will play below on this site. I don't do it with a zombie because I'm playing off my utility, but if you make holes like that, I'll show you really quick. Also had holes here, of course. Or rotate, just depends on what you want. I usually try to be quick and just make head holes. So, easy way to hold big window, because sometimes they just do a big window take with like 2 people and then try to come on the rappels or whatever. Or like from white stairs. You can just hold it from here. I get so many free kills off this hop-in. I'll try to put a couple in the video right here.
Anytime now.
And if you have impacts left or something, you can even like use it to open this hatch so you can fall back later if they're pushing security hard and they know you're in here and you were droned or something. You can just fall back through there, and then you can flank up this stairway on them. It's a really fun way to play. I like playing down here in Z. That's what this is called. And you can even barricade this if you want, so they can't sneak in on you like a nook or something. They can't sneak past the cameras on you. Crouch walk through there. But the impacts, if you do want to, you can make the rotates. I should say if you need to. There's only one really on this one. Just make that one, and then again, you can make head holes here if you want. I'd only do this if you're with a team though. Otherwise, just let your team either make it or not. And if not, I would just reinforce this wall off completely. Reinforce this one. Reinforce the main breach, obviously. And reinforce the 2 in attic. Also, I like reinforcing this, but you can also make holes here maybe. Maybe footholes, so it's harder for them to actually get control if they're doing a hard attic take. That's pretty much everything. You can also make holes with a deagle here if you want. I've used all my ammo. You can't do all this during the round, obviously. But you can make holes here to watch bottom white walk up. Another cool trick, if you make holes like right here, again, I'll have to do it with my main gun because I'm out of ammo. Kind of farther up. There's 2 layers on this floor. Clear that debris on out of there. Right there, if you hit the light bulb with your impact, it's going to break anything on the wall every single time. So, again, I kind of messed it up because I didn't have the deagle to make the holes right, but if I would have thrown that right in the light bulb right here on this piece of fan, right there, every time, it will get anything off the wall when they're trying to breach. So this is another tip, if you have impacts on you still, and you didn't use them for rotates or whatever. I usually try to keep both and just throw the impact right here off a small hole. That way I'm in complete cover. They're not going to swing this far in the window, and you can shoot back if they try. And then they can't really swing you from here. They have to be in the sight to shoot you. You just have to worry about your white walk up. But if you crouch down, they won't even see you really. And you should have like traps or something, obviously watching white stairs. They shouldn't be able to walk up at the start of the round when you're trying to do this. But again, just another free tip for you guys, because I like helping you out. Okay, so for the Azami barriers, first one you're going to want to throw kind of on the light right here to the left a little bit. Just like that, I did it perfectly. And then you're going to get a gray spot right here. You can kind of see that every time. You want to go a little lower, kind of halfway between the bottom and that gray spot. So let's say right here, maybe a little lower. Try to line it up good. Just like this. This is going to be an extreme one-way angle on this. They're not going to be able to shoot you back unless they like crouch into that from way back. Like here. But you're going to see them every time because it's going to be such a tight angle on that. And that's going to make it very hard for them to enter the room. You can even hold the pixel like right here and take off the knees every time. You can also throw this a little higher if you want, because then you can just hold like a crouch angle. I just hold this angle right here. This is going to be the best one. There's only one pixel they'll be able to see your head on, and you can see them for a lot longer if they try to clear those. And then you can even double it up. I like throwing one right here kind of on this. Let's go here. Yeah, that's a good one there. And then throw one up top. Just like this. That noise was funny. Okay, but yeah, if you hold this angle now, make sure you're actually shooting through it and not the Azami Kiba. If you hold that angle though, it's going to be an extreme one-way. Kind of like that bank one if you guys watched that video. They're never going to shoot you off this angle. There's no way somebody's going to peek that because they're going to be standing usually. And if they try to knife that, you can get such free kills every single time. I like calling this the Azami Jungle. This like three-way contraption I got going on here. You have so many layers. I would play here at first. They get the breach or something, but you can even run over here and impact trick it if you hear them going for it. If you have the holes pre-made, of course, with your deagle. You can keep that closed though as long as you can. Try to play here in this spot. If you have like ADSs stacked right here so they can't see them from the gen window, stack like 2 ADSs here. You can throw some Wamai magnets up here on the bear on the side. And this is going to be the best strat you can have with a team. They're never going to clear it in ranked. Because that's so much stuns and Gone 6 clear and Zofia, Ash, grenades. They have to clear it with everything and they have to be so coordinated for that. I would even have somebody else go impacts and try to impact trick this on the couch so they can't get grenaded from below, of course. And then have somebody playing like downstairs on big. Have one player in the site roaming around, maybe holding back here in attic. And then you playing your Azami Jungle like this. And then rotating back here if you need to. I want to hold like close angles like this because they're probably going to kill you off that every time because it works against you. But you could even go prone like this. And it'll be harder for them to see. I just recommend holding this angle from back here, like something like that. It'll be so hard for them to kill you from there. The best part about this though, it works even if they destroy this one and this one. So let's do that. Take these out. This one's really good too because they can't punch it obviously. They have to use actual clear on it. If you have a lot of ADSs, it's going to be so hard for them to do that. And if Thatcher's banned or something, they'll have to EMP the perfect spot on that to clear it. And if the Wamai magnet's up here, it won't even matter. That's going to catch one of the EMPs first. And then you'll still have this. Even if they clear out both those Azami barriers, you'll still have this one to work off. It's all about layers when you're setting up site and playing off of your setups. You want as many layers the defense has to, or the offense has to go through as possible beforehand. Also for your last barrier, you can put it like maybe right here on attic in the corner or on white stairs. Let's do something like that and see how it goes. Again, I messed it up for the third time this video. I try to get greedy, move it too much at the last second, and it just does that. But if you put it like right here at the bottom or right up here top, don't put it in the middle like there though. I'd probably do something like that. That'd probably be the best. Then you can swing off of it and get the walk up right there if they maverick a hole. Maybe use your last ADS for that too. Either there or big window. Otherwise though, you can save your last Kibo to replace the 2 in jungle or just to throw one on a window or something if the attackers were repelled. Or you can just do it right here on white like I said. That makes it harder for them to see up the stairs and you'll see their legs first if you're holding an angle on it and gives them free kills. That's pretty much going to do it for this video though guys. I hope you enjoyed these setups. This was a fun one to make. I do like doing creative setups like this Oregon one. I never see anybody use this one. The only downside, it takes 2 barriers, but it's such a powerful one to have. You can get literally way back here and hold this angle now. They're never going to kill you off that. Or even here. If you stand like this and hold their feet, you can get so many shots on them and it'll take their health down so far throughout the round. And they can't headshot you from here, obviously. They would have to prone into your angle and that'll be a free kill for you every time. You have somebody holding this and then somebody holding the Azamis from the front here. Then they will not be able to get in, I'm telling you. If you play your utility game right, it should be free wins. And this impact trick is very fun too, because most people don't know about it, and they're like, "What? What happened to my charge, Jimmy? It just disappeared in front of my eyes. What happened?" Leave a like on this video though if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.